Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a reminder that the sun is an extremely complex creature and nobody really knows what's going on. But I have figured out that when the gas giants are on the same side of the sun, Earth gets really earthquakey and volcano eruption-y. And so, with Jupiter and Saturn so closely aligned, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, and Eris all on the same side, buckle up, because the next few years are going to be a rough ride. And on that note, the Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico has not only been active every single day all year, it has been increasing in activity. This is from 9 hours ago, and it has been having some major eruptions. And, no surprise, we are seeing activity. Hey, dude. There we go. We're seeing activity along the Ring of Fire. We've been seeing some activity. We had, what were you? You were a 4.2 off the coast of Canada. You had a 3.2 in Washington. Hey, look at this weird one that just happened in Montana at Yellowstone. A 3, and then the Ventura, Salton Sea have been having an earthquake party bonanza. And then you had a 5.6 in Guatemala. And then over here, wait, am I even on the map? The Caribbean has been active as well. And this is probably going to increase for the next 6 years, with the peak coming in the middle. And so I just want to say again, I don't know officially, but looking at the middle of the Eris point, which would be December, and the fact that we have a major solar eclipse coming on Christmas Eve. Christmas night into the day after Christmas. I think everybody on the West Coast needs to stay aware. And if you're thinking about vacationing some other place than California, that might be a good idea. Trust me, I recognize and I realize that the snow weenies are chomping at the bit for me to get to the snow and the big storm coming in on Tuesday, which will extend all the way down into Mexico and up past Nova Scotia with mixed precipitation. And they're watching to see if it's going to do any type of bomb out tricks. But I wanted to show you guys something else that I find very interesting first, if you can handle it. Plus, like I said, after the wildfires, usually come the rains. And so we'll be watching, of course, some type of rainular activity in the Northwest. This is the 19th we're looking at with some type of bomb out feature. Remember, if it is past 3 days on the models, don't use it to invest or to make gambling decisions. But as we can see, we've got some pretty nasty chunk storms coming on around the 25th, although who knows, but I wouldn't doubt it. But let me show you the crazy thing if I can. This is the nav jam, and it's got some type of hurricane activity coming around the 15th. And you might be like, Thor, why nav jamming me, bro? Because it's interesting, but you know, we seem to have hurricanes under control this year, although we'll have to have another good year next year to confirm it. But let me just show you something else. The King Euro shows some type of activity somewhere around the same time, although this would be like 2 days later on the 19th or the 17th. But it is interesting that we're going to get some type of activity happening out in the ocean. But look at the giant Azores High. And so if something does develop, this literally shows it creating its own path through the Azores High, which would be extremely weird in its own regard. And so it is 2019. And this year has been extremely interesting as far as weather goes. And so we're just going to have to keep an eye out. We definitely have some type of a major atmospheric river storm system that will extend from Mexico to Canada that we'll keep an eye on. We've got cyclonic storm Bulbul. It's now within Kolkata's radar range. The bulbuls are a family, the Piscinotidae, of medium-sized songbirds, so that is good to know. This should be bringing heavy rain to the area it is affecting. We are making our way from the fall into the winter, and it's getting a little too real around here. Some of us aren't very happy about the very cold start to next work week, because yes, winter is coming. We've got some super nasty wildfires happening in Australia that may or may not also be volcano-related. And the World Climate Service is letting us know, with the stratospheric polar vortex now much stronger than normal, how long should we expect this to persist? Historical analogs indicate that the vortex tends to weaken substantially by mid to late winter. But these lack years of what? I don't even know how to read anymore. But these years lack a consistent negative signal for the alpha omega and the, what is the N word for the Latin alphabet? Somebody let me know. Nancy alpha omega. That's what we'll go with. That'll work, right? Robert LaRoche limit, letting us know in chronological order. We have Monday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday. So not too bad. It's the 20s, you know. They ain't going to kill you unless you're really not prepared. But yeah, we've got another storm which will develop along a sharp temperature boundary next week. Its track will determine what type of precipitation we or y'all will get. There's no shortage of cold air to follow. And many temperature records will be in jeopardy next week, including the chilly daytime hours. Here's a look at some of the cities that will be nearing records Monday and Tuesday. And so, if you are lucky enough to have a cuddle buddy, this will definitely be a cuddle alert for cuddle weather. Also, hot chocolate and fireplace. So, grab you some sticks and some logs and prepare to throw one on the fire, because it is going to get cold unless you are here or there. Because we were talking about truly Arctic air moving in the next several days. High pressure is over the Arctic Circle now, then over the Central Plains by Tuesday. So you can watch the H move down and should be into Texas and actually to the Gulf of Mexico by Tuesday. And then it will get cold. And winter hasn't even technically begun. But I don't know, man. There's this like new thing where humanity just needs to bumper sticker everything all the time instantly. And so, yeah, it's been real easy to sell a grand solar minimum during a solar minimum. But, you know, the solar max should start up by the end of December. And it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Unless they're predicting we're going to get any solar activity, solar flares. I got a feeling that this solar maximum is going to surprise a lot of people. And during the 7 years that I've been doing THORnews, I have said the whole time that the solar maximum, solar minimum, grand solar minimum system is a way that oversimplifies everything. You know, the sun's not just a light bulb with 3 settings, man. I mean, the sun's been doing a whole lot of changing since 2012. I don't know if you've noticed. But we shouldn't let our differences in belief divide us. It's okay for different people to have different opinions. At least I believe that. Okay. Ron Lynn, today I learned in SoCal, Ventura has among the higher chances of seeing very strong shaking 3 or 4 times per century, according to Dr. Lucy Jones. The LA basin would see such intensity 2 or 3 times per century. Orange County, 1 to 2 times per century. Because the Ventura area has been pretty lit with earthquakes over the last few days. Anthony Macelio, some westerly momentum additions and split flow will verify. But I may eat crow for some of the West Coast precip ideas. Yeah, so we will be watching as most of the main big storms get pulled up into the Alaska and Canada area. But I got a feeling we're about to see a pretty rainy season. Whether it begins by the end of November, I don't know, but we will keep tracking it. Definitely the West Pacific has been very active this year. Now, Europe, stratosphere update. Polar vortex will reach peak strength early next week, then start to weaken fast. Models are trending towards multiple warming phases to extend the weakening cycle. Weather, man, it always keeps you on your toes, unless you're sitting down. And the latest NMME showing a La Nina season, sea surface temperature pattern, heading into mid-2020. Something to watch for next hurricane season. Raised eyebrow. But our atmospheric defense seems to be better than ever. Bulbul, it's a weird name. Cranky weather guy, the king of the weather Twitter, and a dude who has done an A+ job all season, letting us know the North Atlantic is putting on a show. The low, of course, but note the amplified stream flow and divergence to the east. And if you want to hyper track this coming Tuesday storm, I suggest you follow Cranky Weather Guy on Twitter or his blog, which I will leave linked for you in my information box. Because he breaks it down short term, medium term, and long term. Central British Columbia impacts via Yukon high pressure. Advance picked up on radar. This drops down and energizes the lead boundary in Montana. Lead feature heads east-northeast through the lakes. Boundary extends eastward. With it to the west, boundary drops down the Rockies, then turns east. I sound like I am bad at reading stuff. Yeah, in his latest blog, he'll be talking about developing Monday-Tuesday frontal system and regional potential, the cold snap that follows, and some quick, long-range thoughts. We're over at his blog now, and it's got arrows with the ups and the downs. But you know how it's crazy with light and temperature and pressure and just all the things that make life livable on planet Earth. God is a genius, that is for sure. But yeah, check out his bloggy. It's fantastic-y. And we are still in Mercury retrograde, so, if I'm talking like a poop head, I can't even think of. Oh man, hopefully you'll bear with me. Quick theory on how the storm might go: snow, rain, change snow, rain, snow sweep, snow mix. Quick theory on how it might go. Check it out if you want to check it out, and I'll leave a link for you. And hopefully, my super smooth talking system will return in future. But this storm definitely looks like a doozy, and it's even got some peach in it. It's got some peach, some blue, some light blue, some navy blue gray, some green, some darker greens. It's got a little bit of everything. And so, it's going to be an interesting weather week starting next week. So be enjoying your weekend now. And then after it follows insane cold. It's not that insane. Not yet. Yeah, there's definitely some stormy action going on in the Pacific Ocean. And that's a pretty big storm that is getting sucked up into Greenland. Look at that, dude. It's like a big major jet. And I know the UK has been dealing with some flooding problems lately. Is it recording? Oh, crap. I didn't mean for that to happen. Was like a big blank spot in audio? That was bad. I'm sorry. I'm still rusty. After 7 years of bringing you guys the truth and not getting sucked into that he said, she said, right, left, red, blue, divide and conquer political shit, which means I got the shit kicked out of me when Obama was president, and I'm getting the shit kicked out of me when Trump's president. Because politics has turned into a freaking religion, man. You know? Man, and I've always been strong enough in my belief system. I'm okay to disagree with people, man. I don't have to have everybody believe everything I believe. I actually prefer it when people have different opinions and different belief systems. Because I didn't trust the process then, and I don't trust the process now. And I definitely keep seeing the national debt keep going up as corporations run ramshot over us as a people. Now, granted, I've been trying to get people to unite for 7 years. That hasn't worked so great. But my 7 years of THORnews that I said I would serve, I reached my 7-year mark on the 23rd, which is in 2 weeks. And so, if you have enjoyed the information I've been dropping down during any period of that 7 years, I would appreciate a contribution for all my hard work and sacrifice over the years. Because holy crap, I've sacrificed almost everything. So if you would like to thank me, you can send me a letter to THORnews, T. Lewison, 5430, Birdwood Road, number 416, Houston, Texas, 77096. I would really appreciate it because I've done everything I could to bring you the truth with inspiration, optimism, and a sense of humor. And it's always darkest before the dawn. So people, I think the dawn is coming soon. So please just know that I love you, I appreciate you, and I'm glad you've been with me on one wild ride. But yeah, I've been resting a bit because holy crap, it has been just a knockdown, drag out fight for like 7 years as both sides try to totally, absolutely control the narrative, so everybody is forced into either the left opinion or the right opinion. It's like they can't afford to have people not believe in their binary system. I'm like, I'm one man. You guys can afford to have me. But thank you to God, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, and Asteroid Fight Club. I'm still here. You're still here. Now let's do the best with the future, because the future is what we make it. Sure, there's predestiny, but there's also free will. It's like a weird 70-30% mix. Okay, stay cool. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, baby.